Afternoon all. I'll give you a bit of an update as to what I've been getting up to the last few weeks and what I'm about to start doing. As you can see, probably know already, the chassis is out of the paint booth. It's next door in the other section. It goes being slowly built up the bits I can do. What I've been working on is to try and get the panels, or start the panels, ready for some primer. So I've been using the DA sander, fill a bit more fiberglass in to try and get into a suitable standard. So I've taken it all down to around about a 500 grit to try and get a nice smooth finish on. I've got two bonnets hanging up here. Got one of my front cycle arches, the other one's still a little bit of work done on it. I've got the scuttle over there, the aero screen, and also the nose cone. So I've got over these all the way over, get them as best I can to acceptable standard. Gave them a good wash down yesterday in just a normal sort of car shampoo. Get rid of most of the dust off them. It's been hacking down with rain, so I just had to try and do that quickly yesterday. And whilst everything was out, I came in here and hoovered out the floor. Give it a good sweep, a little bit of wash down. Put the panels back in here yesterday evening, turned the heater on, dried them out a bit. Came in here today and I've gone over them with a pre-paint, pre-white degreaser. Been spraying it on, make it easy to apply, and then wiping it off with some proper rags. Obviously lint free, don't leave any bits and pieces on there. Got quite fumy. So I have to make sure I have plenty of ventilation in here. We've been using this stuff. It's yeah, it's not really bad, but obviously it can affect you if you don't have some good ventilation. A face mask obviously is required. Went out the other day and bought the necessary auto primer and some hardener that I intend to use. Went for a 5 litre container's worth, as you can see. Got to put 4 parts of that in to 1 part of that, give it a good mix up, and then use it straight away. It says if you're in an oven you can sort of let it dry for a little while before putting a second coat on, but if it's air dried like mine probably will be, then I need to let it dry for 2 or 3 hours before trying a second coat. So to get ready for that, I've also gone out and bought myself what's known as an air fed mask I referred to before. So what that involves, obviously because these paint's going to have some nitrogen in nowadays, you want to obviously make sure you're protecting your lungs, vital parts of your skin. So I've got a new compressor that I purchased about 4 or 5 months ago to do most of this work, including using the sandblaster. So it's got some good quality air coming into it now. So the idea is my air line comes into here. Obviously you wear this appropriate belt. An air supply comes through the filter system to take out necessary harmful pieces and feeds up to the face shield inside the mask. Obviously you've got a nose piece in there. And then the other side of the here plugs onto this air line that obviously you're used to do your gum. And you can vary the amount of air going to the face mask by using this, but it does rely on a positive pressure. So the idea is some small amount of air may escape through the mask out to atmosphere, but at least you're then only breathing that air in, and all the time you're pushing air out through the seal. You're not going to be getting any air coming in from the atmosphere as in the spray booth area. So obviously you make sure you're just breathing in good quality air rather than the nasties that might be coming out of the gun from the paint system. Oh, it's a nice little bag to keep it in. And I've just got a bit of heat going at the moment just to try and warm up the parts. What I will be doing in a minute, just literally prior to mixing up the paint, is going over everything with a tack cloth. So a tack cloth is just ever so slightly tacky. The idea is you'll go over all the panels, you give them a final wipe. Obviously try and only use one surface at a time, and it'll take off any little bits of dust, little sort of debris that may have got on there somehow in the system, or you might have, you know, any thing floating around in the air. It's a bit like maybe feels a little bit a little bit of honey, sort of tacky feel to it. You can use obviously both sides of it just to wipe all these down at the very last minute before spraying the paint on, just to get all the contaminants out. So I'm going to have a go now, doing all that in here, clear out whatever I don't need, getting the ventilation extraction hose out the garden so breathe a nice bit of air, turn the extraction fans on. So obviously I can get rid of any overspray. It is only going to be the primer. Going to get a couple of layers on. It'll be nice to see it one colour for a while. Hasn't been like that for quite some time. Obviously it'd be nice to try and sort of cover up the various repairs that have been done to try and get the panels up to good standards. So hopefully I can sort of cover this all up a little bit more. That's going to be the, hopefully be the pop-up on it. It's got the hole cut for the filters and the one cut for the exhaust switch. I say for now I've left it blank, as you can see. Fiberglassed it all in, it's still pretty clear in places, so hopefully that'll all get sealed up now. Sides of the booths are getting a little bit covered up, as I said before, with all the bits of overspray. I may end up putting a bit more light in here just to try and make it a bit better for the final spray job. I did have to keep moving the panels around when I was trying to get rid of all the imperfections in here before, so some more light would be advisable. I'm going to get myself all suited up, do the tack cloth in, and then hopefully get some primer down. Well, overall it wasn't too bad. I've had a go at getting some primer down all the panels that are actually hanging in here. Got some humongous runs. I think I need some thinners because I'm just not getting the good transit from the gun to the material, so I think I need to thin it out a little bit, and for that reason I've obviously stayed in one place too long and got some bad runs, but most of it isn't too bad. But it is nice to have it all one colour. I had to fill up 2.5 paint pots of the gravity gun to get all the sides. So there's the back side, one of the bonnets. This is going to be hopefully going to be the real bonnet, or the one I'm going to use all the time. Yeah, it's not too bad. The air-fed mask went quite well. I'm hoping I'm getting enough air through the actual gun. I'm hoping it's actually not the restriction that some of the air is going to the mask and not enough air is available for the gun. So I'm going to try a little bit of thinners. Going to let this dry. I may get another coat later on. We'll see how we get on. I want to make sure it dries properly. So got a few more things planned for this afternoon. So even though I can just do it a couple of hours, it might take me too late into the afternoon to do that. So you've got another one up there. Just where I've been trying to get the paint on it. Yeah, but overall not too bad. It's obviously a different animal to spraying the black chassis paint. I was getting quite a good fan effect with that when I was doing the large panels, but it was struggling with this. So obviously the primer is a different consistency. I've noted that by the amount of debris that gets left on the outside of the gun nozzle, whereas the chassis paint didn't. This one obviously did. It's a bit like a sort of gluey consistency when it actually comes out the nozzle. So yes, it definitely needs to be thinned out a bit. But I reckon anyway. So I'll try a small piece, mix up a small little jug later on, or whenever tomorrow, and see how we go. Be nice if I can get, I've got the remaining fiberglass with the rear panel, one arch. I've got then all the aluminium side panels, so I've already got some etch primer and an aerosol to try and get them etched if I can. I've got do a little bit of repair on one of the side panels that has a ding on it while it's been moved around a few times, but it'd be nice if I can get all the primer done end of the Christmas period. So yeah, overall not too bad.